Hi, my name is Lisette Klein. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a chunky yarn blanket. Step 1 is you're going to need to gather your materials. The materials you'll need are scissors and a tape measure. The reason you're going to need this tape measure is when you complete your chain, you're going to measure that it's 35 inches because this will be the width of your blanket. That's the width I make my blankets, so it honestly is up to you, but I would suggest doing 35 inches. So that'll be the only time that you need to use your tape measure. And what else you'll need is yarn. It's this chunky yarn, and you can buy this at Walmart or off of Amazon or really any store that sells yarn. And it specifically says chunky yarn. And yes. So step 2 is you're going to want to unravel your yarn. So make sure you have some working yarn. Unravel your yarn about 4 inches so you can make your knotted loop. And that is what step 3 is, where you're going to make a knotted loop. So we're just going to turn this and bring the working yarn through this loop and then tighten it. And it should look like this. Okay? Step 4 is you're going to bring your working yarn, which is the yarn attached to your skein, which is the ball of yarn. You're going to bring your working yarn through this loop. Go underneath. And it should look like this. Start to look like a chain. Yep, you just go underneath every time, because if you change this pattern, it will look weird. So you're going to want to do this until you reach 35 inches. And I'll come back and show you the rest when I reach 35 inches. So I have finished the chain, and this is the 35 inches of it. So now that we have reached the end of the chain and it is 35 inches, we're going to start working backwards. So step 5 is start bringing your working yarn through the loops that you just created. So I'll show you how to do that. Here is your chain, and you're going to just bring this through the loop you just created, and it'll be a loop like this. You're just going to repeat this all the way across, but you're gonna leave these hanging out because you're just gonna keep doing this process. So I will do this and I'll come back and show you what it looks like. So now that I've completed the second row of loops, I'll show you how that looks. This is how it looks with the second row completed. Okay. So step 6 is you are just going to keep doing this until the designated length that you want of your blanket. So once I've completed my designated length of my blanket, I will come back and I will show you how to tie it off. And that will be step 7 and 8. So a part that I forgot to add, step 7 is actually going to be me showing you how to add another, I guess, skein of yarn to the blanket, because you'll run out, so then you'll need to know how to like tie it and attach it. It's really simple actually. So you're just going to get your end of the yarn and you're going to unravel the other yarn from, and you're just going to tie it off. And it's super simple. You just tie it off and make it really tight like this. And then we're going to, you'll need your scissors for this part, and you'll just, hold on, make sure it's really tight though. And then you'll just cut the edges off. And then a new skein of yarn is attached. Oops, sorry. And then a new skein of yarn is attached. Step 8, I'm going to show you how to do the last row for when you want to tie it off, and it'll be the end of your blanket. So your loops for this, the next rows, are going to be a lot bigger. So I'd make them a little bigger, and I'll do this all across, and I'll come back and show you how to tie it off at the end. Step 9, I'm showing you how to weave the ends to complete your blanket. So you would just take these two, and you'll pull this one through here, pull this one through here, and just complete this till you reach the end, and I'll show you when I get to the very end. So this is how it will look once you have it all weaved. So now that I'm at the end, you're just gonna bring this through and you're gonna tie it. I would just cut off some, hold on. So you're gonna have, this is the end, and we're just gonna bring this around it and tie it off. Just tie it off like that, and just do a couple more. Tie it off so it doesn't come undone. Maybe. And now you have completed your blanket. So that is how to make a chunky yarn blanket. I did not make mine very big because I'm going to connect it to another blanket that I've already made. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.